What's going on, guys? Harvey Dillon here, aka UTF666, with footage of me and Jiggy in EA FC24. It was honestly pretty close, but I managed to edge this one out. Shout out to Jigsawkid95 for playing with me. There's so much to talk about, but I'd rather not talk about all the drama surrounding different content creators of the MMA community. I don't watch anyone I don't like, and I'd recommend you guys don't either. Why would you waste your time and attention on someone you don't want to see succeed? Anyway, I was considering doing book reviews because of my obsession with psychology and self-help material. I will be writing down all the things I underlined in each book I read in a separate notebook and using that to write my reviews, so stay tuned for that. I will be playing videos of my gameplay from all genres of games over my book reviews, but I mainly want a playlist of videos about everything I got from each book. All the main points, perspectives, and teachings that I got from the books. I want to be a source of wisdom, not just hate and bitterness. Where did I get the idea to do these videos? Back in high school, my English teacher awarded me with most likely to become a public speaker award, even though I'm extremely nervous about the idea of speaking in front of an audience. Why was I given this award? We had an assignment to read books and write summaries on them, but I could never get into novels or long stories, so I asked her what I should be writing about for my assignment, and she told me to write the lessons I got from the non-fiction books I was reading, instead of writing a synopsis of novels. I remember going to the front of the class to receive this award, and saying the same thing another classmate said after he got his award, which was just no comment. Everyone laughed, but I didn't really see myself as someone who fit the description of the reward I was getting. High school years weren't the best for me, and I found myself reading The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem by Nathaniel Branden, making a report on everything I got from it, and getting fascinated by how the mind works and how people think of themselves and others. Another source of inspiration is an old lady I work with who makes esoteric YouTube videos where she talks about spirits, magic, energy, and what I would describe as religious fan fiction. She somehow gained a few thousand followers rambling about nonsense, so when I saw people eating that shit up, I figured I could get an audience actually talking about something useful and not just schizophrenic thoughts I pull out of my ass. I'd like to emphasize, I think you can get some stories out of the Bible and use them as metaphors for some aspects of life, but I still wouldn't take the Bible 100% literally. At first I wanted to make storytime videos, like the people I watched growing up, but I'd rather not relive my past by writing about it and telling others on the internet. It's not that I think they're not interesting, but just that there's things I'd rather not let resurface. My past needs to stay in my mind and eventually be forgotten about. I initially got the idea to write down everything I underlined from the books I read on a separate notebook, from a video on YouTube, from a successful entrepreneur who did the same thing. I love to talk about combat sports and MMA, but I'm just a casual. Not as much of a casual as wheelchair Juru, but I'll typically only watch the main card and, like any other fan, have my biases. I have a bit of experience with martial arts, but I only trained Taekwondo and a bit of kickboxing for a couple of years. I would say my favorite genres of games are RPGs, shooters, sport, and fighting games. Why did I get into FC24? When I first got here from Ecuador, I only had children's TV shows and I didn't have any video games, but my uncles had a PlayStation with Pro Evolution Soccer games. Pro Evolution Soccer introduced me to soccer games and sport games in general. And even though I hated them at first, I eventually started to like them and got into FIFA when I was in high school, where I would play with my friends. A friend from high school actually got me back into it after not playing for a long time. I stopped playing Pro Evolution Soccer games after I got into FIFA because I always chose Man Blue, which was just their version of Manchester City without the right to call them Manchester City. And I got into the Premier League and eventually into Manchester City right before they won their third Premier League title in 2012. Some of the players I got into around this time are Sergio Aguero, David Silva, and Joe Hart. For the first book review on this channel, I'm going to cover the book titled Radical Honesty: How to Transform Your Life by Telling the Truth by Brad Blanton. To give you guys a quick preview, the book is all about how to deal with stress, how to tap into the present moment, and how to change the relationships you have with the people around you for the better. It teaches you about how the jail of the mind is created from our culture, how withholding information from people we know would be affected by it keeps us trapped in this jail of the mind, and how telling the truth lets us grow further than the personalities we developed as children would have us believe. I hope you guys are looking forward to those videos. Jigsaw Kid, I hope we have a best 2 out of 3. And I might be switching over to playing Assassin's Creed Mirage footage in my videos instead of FIFA, depending on if I get bored of FIFA or not. But I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of this match and stay tuned for my series.
They've given it away. And we will have just one additional minute. Holland. Half time, that will do it for the first half here at the Etihad. Away they go again. Second half is underway here. Asensio, can they forge ahead? And the referee's verdict is penalty kick. Well, no card, just a warning and a fair few protestations.
Well, not every foul is he.
And confidently converted. Well, how about this? 4-3. Marco Asensio. Hakimi. Aimed towards Mbappe. Just the clearance that was needed. Well, the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. And he might be through here. Still a chance. And angling it back. Opportunity still there. And a goal! An end-to-end game. And they weren't behind for long.
Well, here's the replay. He's done well to get his head up, pick out a teammate, and it makes the striker's job so easy. All he has to do is make the right connection. It's a lovely goal.
Good weight on that pass. Big chance. Just cleared away in the nick of time. And still an opportunity. Neymar. And teammates around him. Can he give them the lead? Oh, how about that for a tackle? Now perhaps they can counter from here. And he's in. A goal here! Giving his team precise
Well, just look at this again. The speed of counter-attack is so impressive. And what a finish from Haaland. He gives the keeper absolutely no chance. It's such a powerful strike.
Marquinhos. Realising that it might be opening up on the opposite flank. And PSG giving it away. Attacking possibilities on the flank for City here. And so 30 minutes left for play in this one. Neymar makes his way forward with purpose. Options around him. And a chance to level it. Oh dear, opportunity squandered, Stuart.
Well, what a chance that was for the equaliser. You don't get too many better than that.
Well, they've decided to make a change. Phil Foden. Perfect challenge. Hakimi. The inside route looks promising. Mbappe. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. How about the short corner? Well, PSG have it back now. Haaland. The fans want to see a shot. And a goal! He's doubled his total for the day in superb scoring form. Well, the ball back with City here. Well, we have 20 minutes left in this game. Now a potentially dangerous position for City. Being pressed here. Hakimi. Neymar with plenty of time. In position, but pressure to cope with. Really digging in at the back. But still the opportunity.
I don't have a base. I could probably get a base and borrow a base.
Kylian Mbappe. City unable to retain possession. And there it breaks down, but credit to the defence.
Oh, he's feeling it. Chet's feeling it. He's coming
Given
up.
away by City.
He's coming up. He's coming up. He's coming up. It's Chet.
And quick thinking defensively.
I don't know. How did the drumming start?
Grealish.
He timed himself in. He
Marco Verratti.
He sleeps in his car or something like that.
Neymar.
3 bases. Actually, do you play bass? I didn't know you played musical instrumentation.
Verratti. Now with Mbappe. Mbappe! And a goal! Fasten your seatbelts. This is not in the bag just yet.
His girlfriend drove him out.
Neither side shy about shooting in this match.
You know, they killed Bob Marley because
There might very well be late excitement. 5 minutes left, and the margin just 1.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Bob Marley. I'm not a big fan of one.
Neymar.
Well,
Room to roam for PSG on the wing. Giving it their all in search of an equaliser. This could square the game. Oh, it's a really well-timed challenge. A corner kick, and who knows, this might represent their last chance to...
I could watch the Ray Charles film. Johnny Cash film, what's it now? Yeah, I'm not that bothered.
equaliser.
Fucking true, mate.
Number 6, Nathan Aki.
PSG have decided to make a double substitution. Inspiration required by PSG. Perhaps we'll see it from this corner. And a precise challenge just when it was required. Well, totalling up all the stoppages, we'll have 2 additional minutes. Mbappe? Well, it could be on for him here. Well, a piece of quick thinking by the keeper.
Well, that's great goalkeeping. He read it so well, didn't he?
And the flag is up. Offside.
Well, that's just a lack of awareness. He was clearly in an offside position.
And that is that. Full time here and a win for City. Your verdict?